Transsexuals, mainly males who wish they were females, don't really wish they were females. And they feel like they do. I mean, they think that that's what they want too. They don't realize, and this seems like the rest of us don't realize, that really what they want is to get away from their masculinity. Masculinity is very hard to carry. It comes with a lot of courage. You have to be courageous because you have to get out there and fight and everything. Masculinity is very, very complicated. It is toxic, and that's just how it is. It's not going to stop being toxic. We enjoy that, but you have to get up, and be able to live with that toxicity, to realize you are a rattlesnake and be okay with that. And that's very hard, especially in a world, full of religion and being told all these things that are sort of feminine attributes. And that's what they want. They want to move into that feminine world where they don't have to deal with all the toxicity of masculinity, which is very, very painful. And it's really not that they want to be women, it's that they don't want to be men, and there's nowhere else to go. And also it looks like, okay, the women have they're not toxic, they're nice and loving and caring, and that seems like a much better place to be, and it's one or the other. And something happens when they're very small that really hurts them. Probably their mother doesn't like their masculinity and teaches them to hate their own masculinity. That happens very, very often. And they can't help it. And they've been taught that as children, and blaming them and calling them, names and stuff is not helpful to anyone. But it's also true that they have a serious problem, and we can't pretend like they do not have that problem. It's like bulimia or anorexia. You don't encourage those people to continue with their problem. You do what you can to try to get them to stop. But their perception of the world is that they need to stop eating or they need to throw up. And that is really, really real for them. But this idea that you can somehow, with transsexuality, you think, well, you can go along with it and then it will be all right. But really, it's just as pointless as going along with anorexia or bulimia, because they can never really become a woman. They really cannot get away from their masculinity. It's in every cell in their body. They will feel it their whole lives, and they'll never be happy unless they come to accept reality as it is. Just like the anorexics and the bulimics will never be happy unless they come to accept their body as it is, with its imperfections. And they have to accept masculinity with its imperfections, or else they're going to be unhappy forever, and there's nothing anyone can do. Plenty of people are unhappy for their whole lives for 1,000 different reasons.